All right, how's everyone doing today? Um, Today I want to do a different kind of episode. I know I say that pretty much every episode. It feels like I feel like almost every episode I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do a different kind of episode today. But yes, also today I do want to do a different kind of episode. I guess you could say I'm creative with my video making. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Um, yeah, what I wanted to show you guys today was well, first I just want to talk about my relationship with sports and how God has helped me with that, and how my relationship with sports and God, they've gone hand in hand and helped me. One has helped me get better at sports, have more fun with sports, and then the other has helped me get closer to God. Um, yeah. If you guys like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I post videos about theology, really just sharing about what I learn and what I think is interesting. Really, just talk about whatever I want to talk about. It's nothing crazy. Like I'm not a theologian or anything. But yeah, my future goal would be to go to a school where I can study theology and become a teacher or maybe become a priest. I don't really know yet, but yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking into right now. Uh, so I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope, yeah, please like and subscribe if you enjoy. I wanted to start off talking about um, how I was in sports back then. But, before I got close to God in my relationship with God, I uh, I definitely had a hard time in sports. I have always been someone who has had anxiety, but I have just very bad anxiety. So I've needed to go out and get medicine for this anxiety. Like this anxiety has been bad. This anxiety has really crippled me, especially when it comes to things like sports. So yeah, it's definitely always been tough for me to play and perform under pressure because my anxiety just gets the best of me. My mom says like, "You look pale." Before we thought it was just anxiety, and a lot of it is, but I also have a heart condition called POTS. And basically, what that does is like whenever I have anxiety, they just really like they work off each other, and it just one makes my heart rate go out of control, and the other one, the anxiety starts it, and the other just makes my heart rate go out of control. So dealing with that, all the time, having no help, and I didn't know, and my sports, I definitely struggled sometimes. I struggled mainly in baseball. I was always fine in football. In football, well, it was hard because I always kind of got hurt in football, but I played good for the most part. But it was always in baseball. Baseball is what they say. It's a super mental sport. It's a sport that requires you to be, a mentally tough person and requires you to stay calm and composed, even when everything's not going good. And in baseball, a lot of the time things are not going to go good. As we know, it's the sport of failure is what they call it. And yeah, I just remember that I was destroyed every time I would make a mistake. And the whole time I was just afraid to make a mistake and my heart rate would be out of control. And it also happened. I also did boxing. I plan to return to it soon. I've had another surgery. So it's been hard for me to get back into sports, all the sports that I want to do. But yeah, I am a boxer, and I had a fight. I didn't do bad in the fight. We definitely went at it, but I didn't perform as good as I could. I felt like I couldn't feel my legs under me. I felt like my heart rate from as soon as the bell rang was out of control. Everything just felt out of my control, and that was very hard. And losing that fight took definitely a toll on me and my confidence. Um, and I worked so hard for that fight, and just for the moment, I just couldn't. I felt like I couldn't see. That's how hard. That's how much anxiety I had. I felt like I couldn't see. That's how much anxiety I had, and that's how much I struggled with it in that moment. And it got so bad. My mom noticed it, and she noticed like before my fight. She said, "You look like you're gonna pass out." And okay, so then we went to the doctor, and then I got diagnosed with all those things, and then I got assigned a medicine for it. They did an EKG and they found abnormalities, so I got medicine for it. But even then, it got better for sure. I'm not going to say that it didn't get better. Definitely help from God, and definitely that medicine is a godsend. Our modern medicine is definitely a godsend, and we are so lucky that God loves us enough to give us modern medicine. Honestly, yeah, but that wasn't enough. I still struggle with anxiety, performance anxiety mainly, and it didn't ever change until I stopped reaching. It reminds me of the new papal encyclical, what Pope Leo was talking about. The Tower of Babel, right? That humans were trying to reach the heavens. They were trying to reach glory without the help of God, without invoking God's name. None of that. They were not using any of the help of God. They just wanted to reach this glory on their own, and they failed miserably. And obviously, they're an example of what we should not do. And as Pope Leo uses it, and and that's what I was. Instead of asking God for help in my struggles, because I didn't just struggle in sports, I struggled outside of sports. I was extremely sad, extremely depressed a lot. And I was just trying to succeed on my own, to reach this glory on my own. Not saying that if we pray to God, then He's going to give us everything we want, but I was trying to reach glory on my own. I was trying to be great on my own. I was trying to do everything according to my own will rather than His will. And yeah, it never worked out for me, to tell you the very least. And I haven't played sports since, but just like playing in general. And just doing really anything that I'm passionate about, I've been a lot more successful in. I've had less anxiety. I have enjoyed everything more. I have loved everything that the things that I love to do more because of my new relationship with God, because of my new love for Him, because of the way that I trust in Him. And I used to base my value on how good I did in this certain thing, right? And that is dangerous for so many reasons, right? Because number one, we should never base our value on these worldly things. Not that baseball is evil or, sports are evil, but we should never base our value based off of the things of this world. Just anything, really. Only thing we should is God. And now that, I found a new value in myself that no person, no sport, no success could ever give me. I found that in God. I found this unchanging, ever-loving, this amazing love that I've never felt before, not even from my own mom. Not that my mom is bad, but my mom's amazing. But that just shows the extent of God's love, that it was so good that it, like, nothing I've ever felt before could compare to that love. And I, just ever since then, just doing anything, I'm not nervous. I know God has me. And I know whether I fail, whether I do good, whether I do bad, God loves me. God cares about me. I have nothing to worry about. God is on my side. He always will be. And yeah, I have never felt any sort of, I feel so grateful for that, and grateful that He has allowed me to endure that, to eventually come to the conclusion that I cannot do this on my own. And like the Tower of Babel, and in Pope Leo's encyclical, he's talking about the Tower of Babel and then the rebuilding of Jerusalem, the Jerusalem temple. And that's kind of the two ways that I went in, rather than it being technology and the way Pope Leo was talking about it, but it was myself and my sports, and I was trying to reach this glory on my own without God. And God helped me with that. Yeah, and I am so happy that God, that He helped me with that, because it was definitely very hard. And No, it was hard to tell someone about that because it's embarrassing. It just seems silly too. Like, what do you mean you have, that's how I felt. Someone would talk to me like, what do you mean you have panic attacks over something so small, over sports? Like, it's not that serious. But to me, it was serious, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And God helped me, and I thank God every day for that. And yeah, and it reminds me of Philippians 4:13. The most used Bible verse in all of sports, and just shows me how I always thought of it wrong. And I always used to think that Philippians 4:13 meant, hey, if I believe in Jesus Christ, that means that I am going to hit a home run. Hit a home run every time I'm at bat, or that means I'm going to go to the NFL or the MLB, whatever that may be. That's what I thought that Philippians 4:13 was talking about. But in reality, Philippians 4:13 is about Philippians 4:13 is about how much we can endure and what we learn through our suffering in Christ, and how his strength strengthens us to become better, and to go through everything with him. And we know that this is correct because in the preceding verses, Paul talks about what he has learned and what he has gained from his suffering. And in the Christian life, we are all called to suffering, fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, we are called to suffering because in our suffering, we are able to come closer to God, become more holy, and it's a way that he allows it so that we can come closer to him and become who we were made to be. It's unfortunate because obviously we have to suffer. But the amazing thing is spoken about, I believe, in Philippians 2, about how Christ learned obedience through suffering. And through this suffering, not because he didn't know how to obey. Obviously, Christ, who lived the perfect life, knew how to obey, but he learned what obedience took. And we have a God that understands us. We have a God that went through all of that, and he suffered alongside with us. So every time you're suffering, remember that Jesus suffered alongside with you, and he thought of your suffering while he was suffering. Because he's God. He can think about every single person at the same time. So he was thinking about you. And your suffering is not for nothing. Your suffering, in my case, my suffering was... my suffering was, not the only suffering in my life, but a big part of my suffering has been my injuries that I've had to deal with. I haven't been able to play sports a lot, which I think is also what, made me really anxious. Not to get hurt, but it's just because I haven't played in so long, and I'm like, what's going on? I've had 3 ankle surgeries, 2 back injuries, and I learned obedience through suffering. I had to suffer those injuries, the physical pain and the mental pain that those took on me. And through those, I learned to not rely on myself because all this can be taken away from me like that. Just like that, from that injury, whatever it may be, all of that is temporary. The only, thing that's here for me is God. And it just showed me how important God was, how, really all of this is nothing. But also showed me how to be patient. That sometimes God allows this stuff to happen. He doesn't put us through it. He doesn't want to put us through suffering, but he allows it to happen so that we can become patient and we can become more holy. And that's the beauty of Christian suffering, because we are called to suffering. That's just what the Christian life is. And we can learn so much from it. And with Christ, he strengthens us to endure all of that suffering, as Philippians 4:13 talks about. But yeah, let's get into what I was wanting to show you guys today, kind of show off today, is my new baseball glove. It's my dream baseball glove. For my senior year next year, and I decided to spoil myself a little bit. Don't take this as also I'm flexing on you guys. I would never want you guys to take it like that. I'm just super excited about it, and I just thought I would share it with you guys. And at first I was like, I gotta stick to my niche, but I want to show you guys, and I think it's really cool. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope some of you guys like baseball. Maybe you guys don't, and if you don't, stay around and leave. It's okay. But Yeah, and baseball has always been my favorite sport. And it has a special connection with me because I was going through a rough stage of depression. I have had rough stages throughout my life, due to clinical depression, unfortunately. But I think that all of that has shaped me to become who I am today. And specifically, this depression um, was my 8th grade year, and I remember I was in a hole, and but two things came to me at once. I believe that both of those were God. One of them was the Catholic Church, because my 8th grade year was when I was confirmed, baptized, and had my first communion. Um, I was, I found the church. I found God's grace. Unfortunately, after that, I did fall away around my freshman year, but I came back. Obviously, as you can see, I have this YouTube channel. But yeah, that's where I first felt God's grace at its fullest in the Catholic Church. And also baseball. So I was going through that rough stage of depression, and those two things found me. And I remember I hadn't actually really played baseball for my 8th grade year, and I literally, bro, I'll tell you what, I practiced so hard every day. I practiced so hard every day to become a great baseball player, and I practiced every day that fall all the way to the summer, all the way so I could join a travel baseball team. And it worked. I worked so hard that I joined a travel baseball team. That's how hard I worked after not playing baseball. And was I good that season? I was okay. I was really good defensively, honestly. I was like low-key a Gold Glover. It was this with this glove. Um, I was like, bro, I was good. Could I hit? No. No. I had hits, but it just wasn't a very successful season. But that's why, baseball has a special place in my heart, because it was around, the happiest time in my life after that, after I found baseball and God, what I felt in God, my purpose. Obviously I wasn't, who I am today, but still, I think that it just has a special place in my heart. And still today, I'm so glad I can still play baseball. But yeah. So this is a glove that I begged my dad to get me my 8th grade year while I was training to join a travel team. I had no idea if I could even join a team, because it was pretty late too to join a team. And it was pretty late to join a team. But I was like, Dad, I don't have a baseball glove. I saw all the cool travel kids with A2000s. So I wanted an A2000, obviously, or an A2K, one of those two, because that was the cool travel kid glove. And I remember my dad took me to Dick's. He's like, all right, well, let's see what they are, how much they cost. I don't even think so. They were $300. I don't even think he expected them to be $300. And he was like, yeah, I'm not getting you that. And then we walk around the store, and then we return back to the glove section, and he ends up getting it for me. Shout out my dad. He's a great dad. He's always supported me in everything sports related. But yeah, then I got this, and when it comes to breaking this thing in, I feel like I did so much wrong. I did the hot water 4 times on this thing, just all unnecessary stuff. But it's just so good. I feel like this is actually one of the last A2000s that was actually quality, still because A2000s were I feel pre-2022 were really well known for being very stiff, and now they're not really known for that anymore. But I remember when I got a dude, these things were stiff. You couldn't when you got an A2000, you couldn't close it. And you couldn't even close it halfway. You couldn't even you could barely move it. Yeah, so A2000s were definitely awesome, but I feel like they've definitely gone down a lot in quality, and I feel like this is still when they were still top dogs. But yeah, I did so many stupid things. I turned it inside out. I saw a video of someone turning it inside out to break it in. I dipped it in water 5 times because I didn't like how it turned out each time. What else did I do that was stupid? Oh, I put it under my bed. But even after that, I think that just shows you how good the leather was on this one. I think I got a really, really good A2000. Even after all that, even after beating it up so much, um, it has prevailed. And honestly, it's pretty soft. Sorry, it's pretty soft. Like super easy close. Like super easy close. It like kind of holds up on its own, kind of stays up, but it's pretty soft for an A2000 for an infield glove, like high school infield glove. But what I like about it so much is just so comfortable. Like at this point, it's just so molded to my hand. Like you see that right there. Just everything has the palm stain, but like natural palm stain. Yeah, everything about it. It has just, yeah, it's been through it, but also I think it's just aged very well. And even though it's soft, it's very soft for A2000. Um, like when it, if I catch a fastball or it doesn't feel like it moves. Like it feels like, what I don't like about gloves is like when it hits and it like cocks back, but this one just stays. Like it handles everything very well. Very good A2000. The break-in, it definitely a lot of errors to get it to where it's at right now, but I still think that this is awesome. I think that it is a great glove. And just the comfortability of it, having a glove. I've had this one for 3 seasons. But regardless of that, it's just, so having it for 3 seasons, it just makes it so comfortable in my hand. It fits perfectly well. It feels like, it's just completely molded into my hand. So that's a good thing. So when you get a glove, just don't overthink it because it can always be fixed. Like these are really high quality leather gloves. So like don't overthink it too much. Like you're probably not going to mess it up. Like I don't think you can do as many things wrong with the glove as I did with this one, and it still turned out fine. You can always fix your glove by redoing the hot one. But here is the glove that I've been talking about, dude. Like this thing, like bro, I don't even know how to explain it. Like this is just so. I was an infielder in travel and an outfielder. But this year I think I want to move to infield for my senior year since I wasn't able to play my sophomore, junior year because of my surgeries. But I'm gonna move to the outfield because it's just easier on my back with my ankle and my back injuries. I notice like bending over and just like slow to get up. And I get in pain sometimes, so I think outfield would be the better fit for me. Bro. I get close to the mic. It slaps. Brother. This is the greatest glove I've ever used. It is a Japanese Rawlings Pro Preferred. This is the sickest glove I have ever used in my life. Okay, I'll tell you guys where I got it. I got this off Amazon, bro. Well, first, like, I wanted, for my senior year, I need a new outfield glove because my other outfield glove was, trash. It was harder to hide, but I didn't mess the break-in, actually. It was an R2G, and the R2Gs are just too soft. So, if there's, a ball that, hits the fingers, it felt like that thing was going to fly off my hand, or, the fingers were just bending back so much. So, it just felt like if a ball was, hit hard enough, then it was just going to just completely fly out of the glove. So no, I need a new glove. And I always saw Ball Glove Kings videos on Japanese gloves and how much just everyone in the glove community glazes Japanese gloves for good reason. And I was like, dude, well, I gotta get a Japanese glove because these look sick. And the color on this is beautiful. It probably, I don't know how it looks on the camera. It probably looks weird because of the flash, but it's actually not that yellow. It's more like a nice tan, and it's built a beautiful color after conditioning and stuff. Bro, It's just such a beautiful break in too, thanks to me and thanks to Ball Glove King. But yeah, so I saw that and I was like, okay, well, I need to get a Japanese glove. So I go on eBay, because I was like, okay, well, that's where they're gonna sell Japanese gloves, because you can't really find any Japanese gloves anywhere. Like you look on Dick's, it's all American gloves, because obviously we're the American market. So you go on eBay for resellers, but every glove, like Wilson Staff, Japanese Rawlings, all of that is like $600, $700. So expensive. I'm not paying for that. I'm in high school. I'm not gonna go D1 or anything. I'm you know what I mean. I'm 5'7". Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I don't know. I was just like checking around. Like I didn't think I was gonna actually find anything. So I searched on Amazon. Never thought that I would find this bad boy on Amazon. I did. For $320, a Pro Preferred. Pro Preferreds are usually $400. I got someone for $320. $350 was like everything like tax, but I have free shipping. $320. That's a steal for a Japanese glove and a Rawlings. So if you want Japanese Rawlings, go on Amazon, because they have, and this is from the official. Like it's not a fake. Like I know it's not a fake. Like you can. It's like in my hand. And dude, it's just such a beautiful glove. It's kip leather, and I think the inside is grip chewy leather, Japanese grip chewy leather. I don't know what that is really, but it seems cool. It's comfortable, very comfortable glove. It closes like thumb to middle of the pinky. I have the flared thumb, flared pinky a little bit. Nothing crazy. It's so good. The break-in, it was like, it worked amazing. I did the sink method, not the dunk method. And I just poured it in the palm really, and in these fingers. I didn't pour everywhere else because I want everything else to stay stiff, and I just want it to be soft where it needs to be soft, and that's the hinges and kind of like the pocket area to build the pocket. Dude, beautiful break-in. Like as you can see, so hinge, 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 hinge. Look at that heel. Stays completely square. Most heels are like moving around, wiggling and stuff. No, not this heel. Stays completely square. And I was taking fly balls with this, dude. It just feels so secure. Like it's one of those gloves where if it hits this, rolls into the pocket immediately. And this is kind of a smaller glove, honestly. It still needs to get like a little looser. Because like when it hits, it just closes on itself. It doesn't really do that yet. But I just want to leave it up to Catch to do that. I just wanted to do the mallet work to basically get it to where it's closing and formed good. Sorry, I'm addicted to this thing. But yeah, I just wanted to get it to where it's closing, good enough, easy enough, form's good. It's I can play catch with it easily. I'd say it's like I would game this, honestly. It feels so good. But it needs like a little bit more, like probably maybe like a little bit more catch and stuff like that, just to get like it slapping, maybe build more of a pocket. But I mean, it just feels great, dude. Playing catch with this thing feels like a dream. And I say with the kip, like it definitely gets more comfortable the more you use it. That's for sure. Yeah, so the kip, yeah, just like from the first time I got this yesterday, guys. It feels beautiful. I got it yesterday. Closes this easy in a day. That doesn't mean it's not durable, by the way. Japanese gloves are like the most durable gloves out there. It's obviously the Rawlings Pro Preferred. It's kip leather. Very nice glove, obviously. What I like about this one, it just feels so firm when I catch it. Like it just, nice pocket, closes easy, but so firm. Like I can feel the ball perfectly, but also feel cushion. I feel like with my other glove, with my other outfield glove, I remember I caught a ball one time. right? I caught a line drive. I caught it. I couldn't feel if I caught it or not. I look at my glove, I'm like, oh, I caught it. That's how padded I feel like our American gloves are. Like, I kind of like to feel it a little bit. And I thought, like, I probably wouldn't like that. I probably wouldn't like less padding. I don't want stingers. I don't want, like, I feel like I won't, I want to be able to feel the ball. I don't want to be able to feel the ball. Like, I didn't think that feeling the ball, I would actually like it. Or, like, a slightly smaller glove, like this, a 12 and a half, like a more shallow pocket. Like, it's not a perfect, like, thumb to pinky. Like, I'm like, oh, no, I'm not going to like that. So I'm not going to get a Japanese glove. I like all of that. It feels so good. I think a lot of it has to do just with this double ACL, man. It just feels so secure. Feels very good. And just like the modified trap too. I've never been a fan of the modified trap until this glove. Honestly, I always thought it like looked ugly, but the diamond cutout and bro, this thing is so sick. I do want to clean this palm a little bit. Just like the top of it right there. You see there's some dirt from playing catch. But yeah, overall, dude, this thing is sexy. It is sexy. Back up again. Bro, I'm so grateful for this thing. I did pay for it with my own money though. But yeah. If you guys, it also took, so since it's Amazon, it took like a week and a half to get here. So if you guys want a Japanese Rawlings glove, which I would recommend, because you're getting it like for basically the same price as like, so if I were to get like Heart of the Hider Pro for here, get the Japanese one. Hello? Get the Japanese one. There's so much, like, I don't know, it just feels beautiful. I thought that people were like exaggerating, just glazing Japan, because that's what we tend to do a lot with Japan. No, this is an insane glove. So yeah, I hope you guys like the gloves. I hope you guys like what I had to say today. Thanks for watching.